We follow the normal process and channels that the committee usually adopt for ascertaining, screening, and ascertaining the real person who owns a particular animals. There are strategies the committee normally applies, which are best known to us because it is not for public consumption. Anybody who comes, there are some interviews that we normally ask the prospective person looking for his stolen animals.
May we know the number of animals received?
Yeah, the number of animals handed over just now, as we can see, is about 154 cows, one camel, and one ram. These are exactly the number that has been handed over to the committee as for now.
What happened was we got information about animals being rustled. And for about 5 days now, we've been tracking these animals. And we wanted to see eventually where these animals are going to end. And then they finally ended in a market called Antasha. And that was where the animals were finally sold to those that bought them. We've instructed our troops to lay ambush for those animals. And eventually last night, the 11 trucks came into the location where our troops were, and they finally picked them and brought them down here. Okay, sorry, there are 12 vehicles. Initially there were 9, and then later on 2 of them joined up, and I think finally 1 came and joined up.
For how long have you been tracing this?
Close to a week now. Yeah.
Has any arrest been made?
Investigation is still ongoing. What we want to do now is to hand over these animals first to the state committee. The committee chairman is here and his secretary, and we are going to hand over these animals to them right away. After handing over the animals, then we are going to get the agents of all those that bought these animals and interrogate them. The Joint Task Force, Northwest Operation Hadarindaji, is doing quite a lot. Our troops are virtually everywhere. As you all know, we are covering 4 states, Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, and Katsina, and we cannot have troops in all the villages in these places. But all the hotspots, we've made sure we have deployments in those places. In the last few days, we have stopped quite a lot of attacks in some of these villages. With the support of the Air Force from air component from Katsina, we have been able to stop a lot of attacks.
Are you doing anything regarding yesterday's abduction of students in Kebbi State, which is also under your area of responsibility?
Sure, our troops are there. I wouldn't want to say much, but in the last few hours, we've come across the kidnappers. They came to our blocking point, and we've engaged them early hours of this morning. At that point, they have abandoned 5 of the students and 1 of the teachers. Unfortunately, I think we've lost one of the students in such attack. But let me not say more than this at this point.